Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. In the last episode, we took a little bit of a break from Durgan's Battery. I wanted to make sure I got back to Cadnua in time to deal with the attack going on there. Now, as you can see, we're back in Stalwart, we're at the fishery. Now, I had planned on going back to the battery. However, I've realised this is actually going to be my final Pillars of Eternity episode for 2025. Obviously, tomorrow, I think, if my maths is correct, this should be going up on the 24th. On the 25th, I post my Christmas compilation, and then I go on break until the new year. So, with that in mind, I do like a cliffhanger. I love a cliffhanger, but making you wait until the new year, potentially, depending on how far we get in the foundry, yeah, that seems a little cruel. I'm pretty sure the foundry is the final level, because it said, yeah, it seems the dwarves made their last stand down here. The White Forge is somewhere on this level too. So we might get to the point where, like, hey, we're just about to find the White Forge. And that's it. I'll see you back in 2026. Like, I like a cliffhanger. That's a bit too much of a cliffhanger. That's a mean cliffhanger. So instead, we're going to go to the Russetwood. And we're going to go see if we can track down Harmke. And we do have a, whatchamacallit, a bounty in this area. If we've got enough time, then we'll head back up to Longwatch Falls, take out the bounty there too. What the fuck? They leave in 5 days. Ooh. Okay, so this isn't something we need to go and deal with. We can have someone send them away. Wasn't Nairi the Deft Hand? Wasn't that the person we helped out before? And I guess they've come back. We helped them out. They've come back, maybe? One second. Yeah, has arrived at your keep seeking your counsel. I'm just making sure it does always kind of say, hey, they're looking for your help. Yeah, he hopes to gain an audience. So I assume this isn't a case of like, hey, they want to meet with you, they've just rocked up. I swear down I recognise this name. I'm pretty sure this person arrived, they were seeking an audience. And we paid them, like, hey, get to safety. You know, you made a mistake, we made mistakes. And I guess it didn't work out for them wherever they were, and they've rocked back up like, hey, I can live here now. No, you can't. No, you can't. I don't know, Palagina's a bad bitch. Palagina's far more intimidating. Go. Yeah, being escorted. Yeah, like, leave, please. Leave. We helped you out. Okay, I'm thinking... So, the woodcutter's probably going to be over there. We did find that... I want to head over to the pond as well. Because we found that, we found that journal. Hello. Hi. There you are. Just to finish off my thought, we found that journal that was talking about, like, oh, give them fish, and it was the journal of one of the fake gift bearers, so I want to go see if there's anything we can do with that. It's him, Harmke. I remember that weak chin and those knobbly knees. She stops, staring motionless at the figures among the trees. You'd best get a handle on her, Ximena. His eyes fly wide in alarm.
How goes?
The elven man emerges into the clearing and freezes, staring at the Devil of Caroc. For an elf, he's tall and rangy, with a weather-beaten face beneath stringy, greasy hair. The others with him turn, glaring and gaping at the bronze golem.
Auroch's shadow. What's that wicked thing doing here?
Harmke swallows, a lump bobbing in his neck. Why are you so nervous? She's saving your sorry village. Cruel. She's my ally. We were just exploring looking for you. Why are you so nervous?
It's a killer! Look, we don't want no trouble. Just trying to do our work.
Beads of sweat have formed on his forehead despite the chilly air.
We'd be much obliged if you'd leave us be. And take that thing with you.
He looks at the devil with a mixture of terror and loathing. Enough! What do you see, Ximena? Is that the man who torched us? The devil sways on her feet, her whole body moving around the axes of her ankles. Though she's talking to you, her attention, a concentrated spear of essence, is focused on Harmke. Who are you? Harmke, do you remember the village of Cold Morn? Read Harmke's soul. I mean, we know who this is. He's Harmke. She's confirmed it. We were told. Oh yeah, he'll be with the woodcutters. It'd be interesting to get his thoughts on this first. Harmke, do you remember the village of Cold Morn?
Everyone does. Let the raid Sarens into the Deerwood. What's that got to do with anything?
His expression falls. What are you dallying for? See what's written on the bastard's soul. Her essence boils and froths. Fair play. We will read his soul. He steps away from you, but your awareness reaches through his trembling skin and the feeble resistance of his fear. You see memories. Snow-shrouded forests partitioned by fallen pines and firs. Days measured by the steady swing of your axe. There are other moments too. Recollections that flare up like a wreath's welcoming fire, like a hearth's welcoming fire. There are children, spry and lanky like you, but still full of the rowdy energy of youth. Together you scatter winterbloom petals on a grave. You reach deeper into Harmke's soul. Years roll back. A torch in your left hand bathes your face and shoulders in heat. All around you are other men and women holding other torches, and the mountain air is acrid with the stench of smoke and sweat. Rage billows off of the others. It's been a fever in your blood for days now, exhausting you and invigorating you in equal measure. You're at the edge of that town, Cold Morn. It's hours yet before dawn, but the commotion has started to awaken the village. Candlelight ignites behind frost-crusted windows, and haunted faces peer out at you through the glass. You begin to doubt yourself. Just then, a door slams. A villager comes racing through the streets, kicking up snow. With his stark white face and pale hair, he looks almost like a ghost. The line of torchbearers ripples as he gets closer. He picks up speed, but nobody moves towards him. You imagine him breaking through the row, shattering your ranks like the bad dream that brought you all here. You imagine waking up in your bed, the heat from your torch nothing more than the warmth of your wife sleeping next to you. Instead, the villager reaches the row of torchbearers a stone's throw away from you. A woman advances from the line and buries her dagger in his neck. The rest of your fellows shout. Rage, memory, and bloodthirsty triumph boil up in you. You all came with a purpose. You came to bring justice to the traitors of Cold Morn. The next few hours are painted in colours more vivid than life. You put your torch to anything that stands and your sword to anyone who runs. It is as if Magrin herself whispers in your ear and guides your hand. Exhaustion has almost cooled your rage when you spy a house at the edge of town. One of the only buildings that hasn't already burned. It's flanked by knotty spruce trees. The door is painted yellow. Yellow. The bloom of sunrise, the hue of your son's hair, the colour of cowardice. Just then, someone barrels into you from behind. It's a man, someone you remember from the journey to Cold Morn, though you can't recall his name. He snarls at you, mad with indiscriminate rage, and it occurs to you that he's mistaken you for one of the villagers. You smash the window and hurl your torch inside. The other man has turned away. You think you hear a child shriek within the house, but it's impossible to tell above the roar of the riot. Harmke shivers as you pull away from his memory. His eyes are wide with guilt and fear. Spit it out, Ximena. What did you see? Her feet are rooted in the snow, but her limbs jerk and jangle. He burned down your house. He's not responsible for what happened to your family. It's not that simple. Isn't it? I mean, so we've learned he's got a wife and son, but, like, he murdered children. He murdered children. Like, the fact that he has a wife and child, he killed people with wife and children. He also killed the wife and the children. Now, here's the thing. Violence doesn't beget violence. Well, it can. I don't think it should. I'm not the kind of person who's like, oh, they did something, therefore I'm going to do it back to them. Meh. Like, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. However, I do think it is... How do I put it? I find it hypocritical. Oh, I have a wife. I have a child. You killed someone who had a wife and a child. Like, why for does that matter? When you've, like, when you've done worse. You're, like, we're just doing what you're doing. You can't sit there and cry like, oh, please don't. I have a wife and a child, when you've killed someone with a wife and a child. I'm not making the argument of, oh, you should do what someone does to you. I can see the logic in it. It's an emotional response, and emotions aren't necessarily logical 100% of the time. I'm not going to advocate for, like, continuing the cycle of violence. I don't believe in the whole, like, oh yeah, I know I killed a guy and he had a wife with kids, but you can't kill me because I've got a wife and kids. Like I find that silly. I don't think you should perpetuate the cycle of violence, but I just find it silly to use an argument that clearly didn't work on you. Am I making any kind of sense? I hope I'm making sense. Oh dear, but then again, this guy's like, we're gonna have to kill all of them. I can tell we're gonna have to kill all of them. We're here to get the village's help. I don't think Ximena would care so much about Harmke. I don't think she would care so much about him because, as I said before, I don't think she would see that Cold Morn did anything wrong. We're a group of villagers. An army has come marching on us. Do we say, no, you shall not pass, and they kill us and they pass? Or do we say, go right on through, and they pass through? Like, either way, that army was coming. Either way, that army was going to move through the village. Do we want to lose our lives, or do we want to live to see another day? And Ximena is always going to say, I want to live to see another day. So I don't think she would have viewed Cold Morn as being cowards, or traitors, or, you know, vile betrayers. None of that. This guy taking out his issues on Cold Morn, I don't think she would agree with it. And yes, he has a wife and a child. So did most of the people in Cold Morn. So I don't think she has any particular sympathy for Harmke. What she's thinking about is, how is my standing within the town going to be affected? Because the whole reason why I'm here is to get the town's support to defend Cadnua. At the same time, the devil is travelling with us. If we don't help the devil out, because the devil knows, the devil saw him. The devil saw him. She wants this as confirmation, but she knows what her eyes saw. would be very, very easy in the middle of a battle. Everything's crazy, everything's chaotic. Ximena and the devil are stood back to back, and the devil could very easily turn around and say, you didn't help me, I know you were lying. I know you were protecting him. Stab, stab, stab! Like, it would be so easy for her to stab us in the back. I think Ximena does tend to prioritize her companions because, again, she wants their loyalty. She goes into the fray with these people. She needs them to have her back. And I do think if we can get the White Forge up and running, yeah, they may not be too happy about this, but if we have, like, hey, we've got the secrets to revitalizing your town. Do you want to hold a grudge? Or do you want to ensure that your town is prosperous? These are hardy people. They're gonna... I do think they would be able to see that, like, hey, we may not like what she's done, but we want to survive. We want to survive. I do think she'd prioritize her companion. He burned down your house. She stares at Harmke. You hear only a whirring mechanism in her throat, but Harmke leans closer.
What did you say?
His mouth quivers. What did it feel like? The torch in your hand, the blade you carried, what did they feel like? A wild, inhuman scream echoes out of the bizarre machinery of her throat. It drops Harmke and his companions to their knees, where they cry out in terror. Gears squeal and crank as she rushes at him. Yeah, there we go. We're fighting them. Okay, everyone. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's wait until everyone's... Okay. Girl, you started this. Do you wanna get in there? Also, who is that? Yeah, the one that got away. That's Aloth.
Yes?
You go after him.
Hey there.
Okay. Durance.
What?
You go after him.
Hey there. Hey there.
Yep, there we go. They're dead. We've got their money. Of course I'm going to take their money. Oh dear. Oh dear. Now, you know
Yeah?
what? I'm just... Everyone go down here. I'm not preparing for a thumbnail. I'm not doing that in the slightest.
Yeah?
Don't mind me, guys. Don't mind me at all.
Right here.
As I said, normally...
I'm going.
Normally I cut this kind of thing out. However, it is the holidays and I am a wee bit busy. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 15 years I've been looking for him.
She stares ahead as you approach, the ink-black marbles of her eyes fixed on some distant point. Her essence swells and swirls in the throes of contemplation.
All that fretting and wondering. And the deed's over in less time than it takes to tell.
How do you feel now? Some men don't last long. Clever. Harmke got what he deserved, and that's what matters. Passionate. I hope Harmke's death has brought you peace. Benevolent. Is now the time for jokes. She's clearly... I don't know if distressed is the right word for it, but she's clearly feeling something. I feel this in my soul. This might not be appropriate, but I feel this in my soul. Ximena is like, yes, that one. Some men don't last long. A dry metallic chuckle echoes from her throat.
I killed a lot of folk in my time. Felt their blood slick in my hands, smelled their flesh as it burned.
She holds her hands in front of herself as they twitch and spasm.
And I always used to imagine what it would be like to have Harmke under my knife, feeling his breath come hard and fast, smelling the fear ooze out of him.
And, say nothing stoic, get on with it. And?
Couldn't feel a thing. His fading pulse weren't no more than a powder of rain to me.
She shrugs, letting her arms clatter to her sides. What do you mean? Trust me, he's definitely dead. Can't you just pretend that's anticlimactic? I mean, it's... Here's the thing. She's built up this, like, oh, when I kill him, I'll have peace. When I kill him, I'll have peace. My family will be avenged. But that's the thing. Violence begats violence. It shouldn't, but so often it does. And it never makes anyone feel better. You're relying on outside stimulus to heal yourself, and so often it doesn't. You need to heal yourself. It's like so often I will hear people, you know, when they're trying to date, and in a way this is one of the things that makes things harder for me when dating. I am very much an individual. I'm not looking for someone to complete me. I don't need to be completed. I am a whole person. But so many people date because they feel like something is lacking in their life and they're looking to be completed. And I don't play that shit. No thank you. I don't complete you and you most certainly don't complete me. But it's the idea of like, oh, I need this person. I need someone to complete me. I need my other half. You're not looking for another half. You are a whole. You are a whole. If we use a food analogy, if you're expecting, like, okay, I need a partner who is like, I don't know, the roast beef. This partner, they're the roast beef or they're the roast chicken, whatever. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Your partner can't be the bulk of your meal. Your partner should be the salt and pepper or the gravy. Like, they're the spices. They're the spices that bring out the flavour of the main dish, but they can't be the main dish. And that's what's happened with the devil. She's pinned all of her healing, all of her wholeness on killing this guy, and now he's dead and she doesn't feel any better than she did before. I think just try and let her get her feelings out. What do you mean?
This body, it weren't made for feeling. Gouging my fingers into Harmke's wasting flesh, his screams just buzzing in my skull.
She flexes and unflexes her fingers in a few lightning-quick motions.
All it did was remind me.
Of what?
That this is a madman's fever dream. Like a prison, but no, because in a prison, you lay your head down and you feel the straw soft beneath you. Your flesh prickling in the cold, black bread crumbling on your tongue.
She turns her arms in front of her, examining the scrollwork on the back of her hands with horror and wonder. After 13 years, you can't get used to it. Your body has unique strengths and advantages too. Rational. Come now, it can't really be as bad as all of that. Diplomatic. Pain and pleasure are distractions. You're lucky to avoid them. No. Stoic. You're right, that sounds awful. Here's the thing, it does. Her body does have unique strengths and advantages. That doesn't negate the fact that she can't feel a goddamn thing. The fact that she has strengths and advantages doesn't negate the fact that all of the disadvantages are causing her this degree of suffering. And I mean, how long will she live? How long will she... Effectively, is she immortal? Because it's not like her flesh is going to decay. She's made of metal. She might rust, but she's never going to decay in the same way that a person of flesh and bone would. Definitely not this. Ximena likes pleasure. Ximena likes pleasure. And pain can be decent in the right doses. I don't think she'd try and dismiss her feelings. Like, she's clearly having a bad time of it. And I don't think after 13 years can't you get used to it. If anything, that'd make it worse because it's been so long since I felt anything. The memories are starting to fade. I do think she'd be like, Jesus Christ, that does sound awful. You're right. You're absolutely right. That sounds horrific. You're right. That sounds awful.
I still dream I'm folk. I wake up some mornings wondering why I can't feel the floor beneath me, thinking I must have fallen and gone crippled. But then I lift my head, see a bronze corpse stretching out in front of me.
She lowers her head, a tremor running through her. I see, at least you're alive. That's something. Is she alive? Is she alive? I mean, yes, she's conscious, but she can't, and like, I do think Ximena would think that the point of living is to enjoy yourself, surely. To be happy, to experience things. And she can't. She's alive, yes. Is she living, though? I'm sorry you have to go through that, Benevolent. If you don't quit complaining, I'll think of something worse for you. Nah, fuck that. I do yeah. I think she'd feel badly for her. She'd feel sorry. Ximena likes to enjoy herself, you know, and she thinks everyone should get that. Everyone deserves to be free. And you don't have the freedom to do that. Like, yeah, Ximena, you know, she can be quite hedonistic, I think. You know, she likes the finer things in life. The finest wine, the best breads. A pretty lover on her arm. She likes to enjoy herself. She likes to enjoy life. I'm sorry you have to go through that.
It's not pity I want, it's a choice.
She draws back from you.
I dreamed too of what Galvino did that night. Those moments. I'd endure another Cold Morn if it'd spare me this fate.
She rubs her hands together, tracing her even joints with her fingertips. What happened exactly?
It was after I got caught in Stalwart. They'd locked me in a little house by the inn, the old mayor and his cronies.
Her head dips as she remembers.
When a crowd of them came for me in the dark of night, I was only surprised it had taken them so long.
She hesitates.
Only they didn't march me to no gallows. No, they snuck me to another house on the edge of town, real sneaky-like. That's where I met Galvino.
She raises her head, her black eyes shining. What was he doing there? He's the one who transferred your soul. Galvino was living in Stalwart at the time. Yeah, we know this. We know this. What was he doing there?
He was fiddling with some machinery in his workshop. Had his sleeves rolled up even though it was cold enough to see your breath. Never actually looked at me until he started fitting some copper helmet over my head. By that time, the mayor's goons had me trussed up good and tight. Galvino was having himself a grand time barking orders at that lot.
I think I see where this is going. What did the mayor have to do with this? Well, we know that the mayor kind of gave the okay. What did the mayor have to do with this?
He'd agreed to hand me over to Galvino for an experiment.
She waves her hands at the word, metal flashing.
Claimed it was a fair punishment, but the townfolk weren't too pleased at being denied their stone pitching.
She crosses her arms, nodding.
Didn't help that they heard the jangle of copper in that deal. In the end, that's what sent Galvino and the old mayor packing.
I see.
So while Galvino's fastening that helmet over my head and them copper bands around my arms, I'm starting to look at his contraption. And that's when I see it.
Her black eyes are fixed on some indefinable point. Her essence dims.
It's this metal suit strapped into the machine just like me. A cold, dead-eyed thing, all done up with fancy carvings and such.
She shivers, her joints chittering. This was the suit that you inhabit now, you mean? Did you know what they intended? You should have thought... How? She was tied up. She was tied up. How are you gonna fight? Sometimes you can't. There are situations where you can't fight. You're just stuck. Did you know what they intended?
I had this terrible cold feeling in my gut, but I still couldn't figure.
She shakes her head.
I start asking Galvino and the rest of them what's going on, but they're too busy to answer. Then suddenly, they're waiting, staring at me with that fixed, horrified look. But they ain't watching me. They're watching for something to happen.
Her eyes flicker, rolling and scraping behind her face.
Galvino tells the woman nearest the machine to flip the handle. And then, just pain. Being torn apart every which way, feeling my soul peeled from my body.
Her limbs twitch and shudder. She pauses, waiting for her body to fall still.
By the time I came to, I couldn't feel a thing. Just this dull, distant sort of ache.
I heard the old man cackling and chattering. When I saw him looming over me, looking down at me with hungry eyes, I tried to scream, tried to swing at him.
I think that was when I knew.
She shakes her head and falls silent. And that's how you ended up here. How could anyone put another person through something so terrible? Passionate. Well, it's over now. In the name of science. Still, that sounds awful. As she said, I want a choice. I want a choice. Well, there goes my timer. I'll finish this conversation. She never got a choice. Choice is so important to Ximena. How could anyone put another person through something so terrible?
I reckon I'm the wrong person for that sort of question. But if it cools your conscience, Galvino didn't get off easy. The rest of Stalwart didn't take kindly to having a killer in their midst, nor to seeing their mayor and the army of aliens strike a secret deal. They drove Galvino out, destroyed a fortune in machinery, and wrote a letter to the Academy in Salona, ruining what was left of his name. Still, he's lucky he didn't get a pelting. The old mayor fled too, and Stalwart's been as snug and cheery as ever.
Now that we've dealt with Harmke, why have you stuck around?
You're better company than Galvino.
Hey! She says it in an offhand, teasing fashion, but she looks away from you, fidgeting with a rivet.
Been a while since I were out in the world. Guess I'm keen on seeing more of it. Even if I'm stuck with a bleeding heart.
She's really not! She's just nice from time to time.
Anyways, I've been wondering about that fortress.
Oh, intellect 16, requirement not met, boo. She looks away again, flexing a wrist joint. You're acting unusually coy. She's quiet, fixated on her squeaking joint.
Near everyone thinks it'll have just the thing they need.
She ticks a list off on her clicking fingers.
Those villagers wanted to fix up their brook downtown. Galvino always thought it carried some great secret of animanson, and all them adventurers came looking for fancy gear.
What were you hoping to find? Could be any of those things. They're all fools. An abandoned fortress won't solve anyone's problems. What were you hoping to find?
I don't know. Something to help me feel. Or forget. Effigy's eyes. Maybe just something new.
The tips of her metal fingers clap together.
I just figured, with those dwarves being expert smiths and all, maybe they had something to unmake me. Put me back into my body.
Perhaps we'll find something yet. I doubt that's possible. Your body's decayed by now, rational. At best, you'd be a vampire. Come to think of it, that might suit you. I mean, she'll probably never get her body back, but maybe they could do something for her. Maybe they could do something. Hell, I mean, we have the Hollowborn. We have the Hollowborn. Children without souls. Maybe there's one that's, the parents didn't want to give up hope, and they've let it grow, well, let them grow this entire time, and they're a young person. Maybe there's some way of could we put this lady's soul into your child's body because they're they don't have one? Could we do something like that? That there might be a way. There might be something. Perhaps we'll find something yet.
You really think so, huh? Well, ain't like you to blast hot air.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. I do want to ask you more, however, I am out of time for this episode, so farewell. Alrighty then, everyone up here. everyone up here,
Hey
that is it for this episode and for this year. I will see you again in 2026. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members, such as SM2K, Christopher K. Davis, CGG, and Kevin Bignell. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.